Okay, what's up, guys? It's your Jet Society back with Phoenix, Wright, Ace Attorney. Um, yeah, man, we are here with this. I'm just making sure I'm like actually recording and shit. But okay, we are back with this. We are not in the courtroom. This is what we left off last time. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Am I gonna have to deal with this nigga every case? The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Cameron in Studio One of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact. I see. Very well. I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. Very well. I call a familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court.
Yes, sir. I'll explain with the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studios, see? This here is the employee area.
I like this track. Oh, my bad. It's coming. What is? Yeah. Hold on.
The actors did a run through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works at the studios was here at 1:00 p.m. on that day. Past the security station, there is a gate, see? Past that are the studios. And here it is, Studio One. This is the scene of the murder, where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio One. Right after that, at 1:00 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now jump ahead later to that day, 5:00 p.m. The production staff came to Studio One to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was canceled. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear was found lodged in the victim's chest. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case in brief. Anyone like to hear that again?
I should listen to that whole thing again. Yeah, let's listen again. So this time I'm not gonna voice it. Cause for them to even give me that option, I had this feeling like that I'm not gonna be able to let me just make sure my voice recording. Just making sure. Okay. I'm sorry, could you describe that one more time?
I should have known it would be you, pal. Fine, once more for the mentally challenged lawyer.
Whatever. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, live it up while you can, Gumshoe. Okay, I'm locked in this time, no voice acting. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studios, see? This here is the employee area. Okay. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. Okay. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works at the studios was here at 1:00 p.m. on that day. Past the security station, there is a gate, see? Past that are the studios. And there it is. And here it is, Studio One. So what I'm thinking about already is, since it's a security gate, not saying that people can't climb over gates, but nobody knew could have really got in, huh? It could. I wonder. Why have they not considered that it's the little girl, the kid, the assistant? That might not be a little girl. That might be like a teenager, whatever. But why have they not considered it's her? Could be. But knowing this shit, it might be somebody that's not even in the picture yet. And here it is, Studio One. This is the scene of the murder where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. And who knows? Jack Hammer might have fell on that shit on accident or something. I don't know. I just don't. I know Will Powers didn't do it. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio One. Right after that, at 1 o'clock p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now jump ahead to later that day, 5 o'clock p.m., the production staff came to Studio One to perform a rehearsal. So that's like, after the security lady got there, that's like, what, 4 hours of this, just them 3? And how the fuck then, I forgot her name, how didn't she see what was happening? I'm talking about the assistant. If it was only them 3 in Studio One, which I think Studio One is bigger, right? Or is Studio One literally that room? If it was them 3, how did she not see what happened? Something is off. I think she saw something, she just ain't saying it. The production staff came to Studio One to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was canceled. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. Damn. The samurai spear was found lodged in the victim's chest. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. And I would assume he has on like a suit. That's the case in
brief. Anyone like to hear that again?
Should I listen to that whole thing again? No, but we don't listen to it twice. I think we got some times. Guard arrived at 1 o'clock. Team didn't go in there till 5 o'clock. It was only 3 people in Studio One: the assistant, Jack Hammer, and Will Powers. The rest of the crew was in the employee area. I think I remember the basic stuff. I think I can probably remember that. Oof. And the murder, the spear was lodged in his chest. The spear was lodged in his chest. It was the samurai spear that was the murder weapon. It was the samurai spear specifically. How medieval? Wait, so the spear was a weapon? I forgot what you said. How medieval? The spear was found stuck in the chest of the victim. Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see? Understood. Let's call the security officer to the stand. Will the witness declare her name? Oh, bag. My, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered. Your name, please. Oh, dearie. No need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma. Your name. Wait, your name, please. Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witness to say their names. Interesting.
Wendy old bag, dearie. So just call me Grandma. Oh, so even when I was young, it was never.
I'm gonna let her cook. Yeah, you talking too much. Objection. Wait.
Objection. Objection. I object to the witnesses talking to this.
Objection sustained. Yeah, you talk too much. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand. I was just.
How would you get it? Wait, how would you get it to the good part, dearie?
Perhaps we can get to the testimony. Yeah. Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct?
Yes, see, I was.
And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you. Wait, to get to the scene of the murder, someone will have to pass by you.
You know your stuff, dear.
Bro, just straight facing her. You may begin your testimony. She sure is one hell of an old bag. Witnesses account. We still gotta remember that other information prior too, so. Cause we finna get flooded with information, but at least with testimonies we can keep replaying them. Okay, on the day of the
murder, I arrived at the gas station at 1 o'clock p.m.
That's correct.
Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run through there since the morning. I had some errands to run that morning.
So
anyway, it was 1 o'clock when I got to the gas station. I was at the main gate from then until 5 o'clock. Now the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right?
I'm gonna press you here.
Interesting to me because a certain man walked right by me at 2 o'clock p.m. It was Powers, that man right there, and he was headed towards the studio.
So we're gonna press her on two things. You saw the defendant then? Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. Okay. So another voice actor for this because I be having to lock in. So every part where she sounds unsure of herself, well, in this one, I want to press her here. Yeah, let's. What kind of errands? What kind of errands?
Oh, well, you know.
No, I don't, bitch. Answer the question.
Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers observing, you know. Observing? Weren't you supposed to be at the guard station? Whippersnapper, I told you I locked the gate, didn't I? I did my job.
I'm not your boss. I'm not sure your boss would see it that way.
Anyway, I always watch Hammer's run-throughs. Always. Never missed one in all my years.
Wow, I want to see a steel samurai run through too. You could quit being a spirit medium and take up guard duty. Not a bad idea. How did you know that?
Oh, I have my ways. That overdressed young detective told me. I fed him some donuts and he taught the talk. If you ask me, that detective isn't cut out for his job.
Poor Detective Gumshoe, getting rattled out by a security guard. Okay, okay, what's our evidence? Let's see what the evidence is. So let's present this. Come on, are we cooking? Are we cooking? Are we cooking? Let's see if we cooking. Let's see if we cooking. We're cooking. The music turned off. Let me get this straight, old bag. Down. Let me get let me get this straight, old bag. Miss Old Bag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you? Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. Yeah, we don't know who this is. You know the usual. You know what I'm finna say. I promise you I'm on beat. What is this exactly? None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo-Old Tokyo. Miss Old Bag. Is this the Mr. Powers that you saw?
Of course. Think your mama teach you any sense, sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right?
You're a dumb bitch. You're dumb. No, they can't. Well, I wonder. Ah, nigga, it's too late. True, Mr. But obviously the judge don't hear nothing Edgeworth is saying because he never hears anything other than uh. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai, but that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai. Literally, how is that a surprise to you? That's common sense.
I know that. I wasn't born yesterday.
No one in this courtroom is accusing you of that, Miss Witness. He's having trouble calling her old back, apparently. However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you?
Nosy old man. Of course I have proof.
Okay. She don't got proof. Even Edgeworth is surprised? The prosecution would like to ask the witness. Please make known all the information in your position ahead of time. Exactly.
How was I to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me this isn't any good as evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look.
Wow, old Windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good. Let's hear about your proof then. Yeah, I'm interested in this fucking proof. What cap-ass proof you got, man? The man in the photo.
I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning, during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now look at that picture. You can see he's dragging his leg, see? Clear as day. That's how I knew it. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy?
Obviously, they got to replay that testimony. It's time for my cross-examination. So he had sprained his ankle? Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Thank you, Your Honor. She's got to be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals. Pressing. Emphasis on press. No voice acting. I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. Cap. That morning during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Is this true? Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. You can see. I guess. Okay, so far, none of this looks relevant. None of it. We probably gonna get more evidence because this case is probably gonna last a minute. So let's just apparently let's press her here. Cause what do you mean apparently? Was Mr. Powers' ankle badly sprained? Not so bad that he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch. Thus the nap.
Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot when he walked.
Dragging his foot. Okay. You can see. Man, you just say he dragging his foot. Are you absolutely sure? Let's take a look at that picture again. So he was walking strangely because he was injured. It does look like he was dragging his foot.
See, and you didn't trust me, whippersnapper.
Okay. What prop did he break?
He broke a prop? Sure did. His own samurai spear.
You're funny, bitch.
His samurai spear? The murder weapon? Luckily, I was there with my duct tape to fix it.
Yeah. This strikes me as a significant detail. I better write this down in the court record. The murder weapon, a break in the shaft, has been mended with duct tape. Interesting.
Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. You can see he dragging his leg clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers happy.
Who was present at the run-through?
Well, let's see. There was Powers, he's the Steel Samurai. Then poor old Hammer, the evil magistrate. And me.
And what exactly were you doing? Observing.
Observing. Just observing.
What about the assistant? Right.
Oh, she was off moving bad drops around and such.
So she didn't see the run-through then.
I think we've heard enough. Haven't we, Your Honor?
Well, there is one thing that bothers me.
Yeah, help me, Your Honor. Which is...
Where is the Steel Samurai costume now?
Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking, though. Anyway, that's not important. The witness did see the Steel Samurai, yes? Ergo. And it is clear that the person in the Steel Samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers. I ain't never seen somebody try to skip, just learning shit about the case so much. He just tries to skip the case, like, all the time.
I suppose that's right.
You're a dumbass judge, too.
Are you sure, Your Honor?
Object. Why wouldn't I object? I always gotta object.
Hold it right there. We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the Steel Samurai. It doesn't. Nowhere in the photo can we see Will Powers, literally. The defense has a point.
That's so obvious, though.
The defense has a point.
Is it not the judge's responsibility is the judge is supposed to go with the flow?
The defense has a point. I also wonder if someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider that possibility also.
Then allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please? No need to ask twice.
It's the same one from earlier.
The time of poor Hammer's death was 2 o'clock. It was 2:30, true? 2:30 p.m., true?
Hold on. Okay.
The only person I saw go to the studios before then was Will Powers.
But that's not Will Powers.
No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them.
That's not true, though.
So if no one else went to the studio, then it would have to be this Steel Samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
I mean, that's not his voice. Holy shit. Okay, the time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30, true. The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them. That's not true exactly. Are you sure?
The witness has answered the question. Anyone going into the studio had to pass by the witness. That's right, Sonny. You let him have it, edgy boy.
Edgy boy? He don't like that. Oh, the windbag sure has balls. Or, well, know what I mean. I mean, you know what I mean. Old windbags have a way of skipping over important details after all. Or for that matter, entirely forgetting them. How convenient. Something for you to look forward to, perhaps. The time Just press right here. How do you know that? Wait, she talked about this already.
Then I just explained.
Yeah.
I gave donuts to the young detective.
Yeah.
And then after some rubbish about...
Oh.
And then after some rubbish about it being a secret, pal, he told me everything.
I see. Detective Gumshoe shares his fellow officer's fondness for donuts. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them. I don't think I can do nothing with any of this. What about before you got to the guard station? Right.
You mean before 1 o'clock? Why, everyone was in the employee area before then. And I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Not to mention, if they had, I would have seen them. I don't think. Oh, it's starting over. So I had to present some type of evidence.
Okay, let's see. Hold on. Look at this photograph one more time. This photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct?
Yes, sir, Sonny.
So whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture? Ooh.
And here, I thought you didn't know you're here from a hole in the ground.
Right. Anyway, it's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data.
Ooh, you know, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening.
That very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo are printed the words October 15th, 2 o'clock p.m. photo number 2. What about number 1?
Even I know that means it was taken at 2 o'clock p.m. on October the 15th. Really, Sonny?
Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is the bit at the end where it says photo number 2. Yeah.
Photo number 2.
The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo number 1 if it really was the only photo? Order! Order! Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright. It's so obvious. Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not one, but 2 people went to the studio that day. Yet there is only data for one of the photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? You be on to shit I'm not on. I just picked that photo on a whim, Phoenix. Only someone with access. Oh, only someone with access. The security lady herself.
Yeah, you watch your mouth, whippersnapper. The only person I saw that day was Will Powers.
But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by.
Well, yes, that's what it would seem to me.
Can the witness explain this to the court?
I don't understand these newfangled computer things. Edgy boy, help.
Huh? Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either.
Some help you are. You're a whippersnapper too. Whippersnapper.
Something the matter, Miss Oldback?
Ah, that's right. I just remembered something.
Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate? Someone other than the Steel Samurai?
Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way.
I see. Your testimony, please.
Every day after I finish my garden, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out one photo that day.
Yeah, this is bad.
Miss Oldbag, this is the first I've heard of this. Well, of course, honey. I've only just remembered it.
Right. Wright. Anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin your cross-examination. Well, I say, well, I say this was a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this. Okay, every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. Come to think of it, I remember throwing out one photo that day. Well, who in the heck was in that photo you erased? A fanboy? A fanboy? A fanboy? And Chomp Chomp. Steel Samurai fanboys, real freaks if you, Steel Samurai fanboys, real freaks if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging about. One was there that day. Wait a second. Wait a second. Didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words.
Well, if you must know, there's a train that goes into the employee area.
Ah. You stupid bitch. You should have mentioned this.
The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside and, well, that's where they came in. That's where they come in.
They come in through the drain?
I told you they were freaks. Oh,
And?
They're kids. Children. Whippersnappers.
Kids? So on the photo that you erased, that don't mean he didn't do it. That don't mean he didn't do it.
It was a boy, probably 2nd or 3rd grade.
Cap. I call Cap. What? We don't have no proof of that. We don't got no proof of that. We don't even have the fucking picture. Order. Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass by the gate on their way to the studios that day. One was the Steel Samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be in about 2nd or 3rd grade. Oh yes, well, we see his type there every day.
Oh yes, well, we see his type there every day. Can't stop him. Can't catch him.
A boy in 2nd or 3rd grade. I assume it would be hard, if not possible, for a young boy to wield the samurai spear. Cap, come on, it's not impossible. Impossible. I think it's quite heavy.
Right. As I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data.
Nick, what's going on? The boy was there. That makes him a suspect. Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him. Appreciate that, Maya. This court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop here. Trying to find better stopping points. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop here. Ain't really much to say. We on a new case. This one does not seem like it's going to be as problematic as the last one, but as this shit develops, we will fucking see, man. But I'm just gonna save. How do I save? No, not autoplay. Mr. Powers? Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna save here. Okay. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna catch y'all later. Hope you enjoyed. This part should be shorter than my other parts, which is good because a lot of my shit be long. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. And we on a new case, man. Ain't really much else to say. All right. I hope y'all be alright.